award winner Shakina with Please Mr. Eric Benet and Faith Evans. Before that with Georgie Porgy. And starting out the hour of 10 o'clock rather is the Kindred Spirit with Magic Happens. Magic Happens right here also on Vuma 103. It's till noon with me, Vanessa Marawa, 17 minutes past 10 o'clock into Friday's Men's Forum. And we're back to men's, not man's forum as we did last week. So being in Radioville, what happens is July, that's the beginning of our year. And so as we are days away from that, we've been taking things a little bit on the more lighter side, let's say. And in the studio this morning, I'd like to welcome a comedian, Kwanda.
Thank you for having me on the show.
I know comedians always have an issue when we have them on radio and we want them to make us laugh at the drop of a hat. Why do you have such issues with that?
Nah, I think it's not just on radio. It's like everywhere you go. Like for example, people don't meet comedians that much. So whenever they meet a comedian, they assume that it's like this insanely funny person constantly, like 100 minutes of the time you spend with them, they're always funny. So that's why people always ask you to tell a joke. But then a joke is also like an art. You get what I'm saying? It's an art. So you need the right type of energy. And the biggest element of a joke is the surprise. So if you tell me to tell you a joke, you've already ruined the surprise. You get what I'm saying?
So at some point, surprise us, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. This next 2 hours, I'll be chatting to the guys in between about their various fields. But we also have a topic for them, namhlanje. So I don't know if Pelrose briefed you about what we'll be talking about.
Yeah, no, she did.
I wanted it to be a surprise as well, but it's okay. One of the things that a lot of us women struggle with, like apparently, and feel free to get involved in the conversation. It's 07299980141 on WhatsApp. Is when we overstayed our welcome in a relationship. Straight. That's how I put it, in a very direct way. But from a guy's point of view, what happens in a relationship for you guys when you've basically, it's like pilotando?
Well, I'll put it like in a simple way. For any human being, though, it doesn't have to be a female, it doesn't have to be a man. If you're in a relationship and you feel like you've stayed long enough,
hey, it's not that easy though. People fall out of love at different times, I find. And usually it's women, I might be wrong, but I believe that it's women who kind of stay in it a bit longer than guys. I'm not convinced, but ladies, let me know how you feel about what the gents are saying. It's 07299980141. If you want to give us a call, 086 1010 300. We'll be back in just a bit. This is Justin Timberlake with That Girl.
Abantu manikhuluma ngothando ngikhuluma ngento engazi ukuthi yini yona leyo. I trusted my wife for 18 years now, but I caught her which she's cheating. Unefoni ese-office lakhe ayisebenzisa nje ukuthi akhulume nendoda.
Levels.
Recently I just found out again ukuthi sithi ngibambele yafoni siphinde indoda yakhe amthengela enye.
Imagine saying that as a husband.
No, that's still nice. I heard the one time this guy complaining with his wife has been cheating on him ever since they've been together. He didn't know. And he found out that both of the kids that he's raising are not his. They're the other guy's kids.
Shucks.
Women have learned fast
to do the same, eh?
No, I get no. Listen, like women cheating has been around, like guys, since forever. I'm just like women just like like if a woman cheats on you, so practice on
18 years. 18 years. Yo, that's a lot. That's like professional. That's professional.
Nethimba lapho elikhona. Hey, lezo insizwa lezi lapho. Uthanda lipheli. Uthanda lipheli luyaphola uthando. Iqhamuka no 40%, nawe uqhamuka no 40%, wenza 100%. Alipheli uthando.
I don't believe that.
If you can tell me a story about your love that is blossoming, please join me in this conversation. 072 998 0141. Please tell me, somewhere out there, that there's somebody living this dream life.
Yeah, no?
So I asked for the fairy tale and I got the nightmare scenario.
18 years.
18 years.
Yo, like, that's like, that's like professional cheating. 18 years. Right. That's, but how can it go on for so long though?
The thing is that
How could, maybe it's because he was in love in the first place. Because he was so blinded by love, he couldn't see that his wife was cheating on him for 18 years. Like, what was it? Like 18 years. Like, oh my God. Like, somebody finished school in a 18-year period. You still didn't find out. I think my guy needs to lower down on the love levels and just...
How do you forgive though in a situation like that?
No, but still, like, I'm stuck on that. How do you forgive the first time?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people are people of addicts and people are just people of habits as well.
Yeah.
After the first time, if you forgive that person, they'll do it again easily. So I don't think, like, I think the second time he did it to himself, but the first time he should have just got out.
And you know, it's funny because he seems to know who this guy is. He said it's Poteni and all of that stuff. So why are we not having man-to-man talks? Like, I mean, if I was him, I would have something to say to this guy.
Yeah, but he says the guy is in the taxi, he's a Gabi or some sort.
So?
And still wants to continue with the girl. I think it's this is like true love right here.
You think so?
I think so.
No, but would you be okay with the girl coming to you as a woman? Like saying, oh no, please leave my man alone, no. Because it's the same thing as him going to some guy and saying, hey, leave my wife alone. Because the guy's just going to laugh at him and say, control your wife, don't blame me, blame her.
Yeah. I don't know, this whole love debate in 2018 is becoming more difficult because back in the day, you know, once you were married pretty much. That was it.
Yeah.
And women, unfortunately, back then stayed in marriages that they weren't happy in because they didn't work, you know. So you relied on your husband to you know, feed the family and all of that. Now we have options as women. And apparently we are utilizing those options according to the last WhatsApp and, you know, just doing the most. And I find it sad because I really, as a chick, I grew up with this fairy tale idea in my head, which one day, the white dress, in Tontoni, happily ever after, white picket fence, all of that stuff. And the reality of life is that that's not the way it works at all. So why have we lost this fairy tale? That's, I think, what I'm just stuck on today.
The fairy tale in the beginning, is it like, does it come from organic thought, or is it something that's been like advertised that much and you grow up as a girl wanting to like get into the dress? Is it like society that puts the image in your mind?
Of course, yes.
Or is it like, is it naturally that, is it like, does it occur naturally that women want to get married at some point? Or is it because society, because even when you grow up, like even like young kids, like when they're like 7, like, hey, so it's almost like it's like women are conditioned to desire marriage, right? But marriage is not always favorable. Like, I meet girls on the streets and like, you know girls, they're like wild, but you can tell that marriage is a thing in their mind. But you're like, you want to get married? Like, nah.
Why not? She's sowing her wild oats for now so that she can get involved later. Interesting story.
She mentions that she was in a relationship for 4 years. 4 years. Like, I feel like relationships, marriage and everything should be contractual.
Yeah, I'm listening. Here comes the comedian part.
Yeah, for real, it should be contractual, right? For like, okay, for maybe we're signing a 3-year contract, right? Like, and then if after 3 years
you want to renew,
if I'm still down with this, then I'm like, okay, I'm signing another 6 years. You get what I'm saying? And
terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, because some people go into the relationship for financial reasons or emotional reasons or like physical reasons, right? And then after 3 years, you find that you're no longer getting satisfied with whatever you got into the relationship for. So then you say, no, okay, I don't want to renew the contract. And another guy's like, okay, I guess I signed up for the terms and conditions. I knew this before. So we're done, right?
In the studio with me today, Kwanda, comedian and professional chef Milani in the men's forum, talking about love. What's your view? 072 998 0141. Till noon with me, Vanessa Marawa. 9 minutes until the top of the hour, 11 o'clock. Having an interesting conversation about Utando today on the Men's Forum. I'm having Hamba Nomilani, private and professional chef, and Kwanda, who's nominated for the Savannah Comics Choice Awards as Audience Choice. So, Kete Abantu.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So, so basically, the award shows has a category, right? Where they have like a select few. Where you can as an audience member you can vote for your favorite comedian, right? So if you want to vote for Kwanda Radebe, it's actually the first time that we've actually had a KZN nominee in this category. Yeah. So if we can like get like a KZN dude in there, that will kind of change the comedy industry as a whole, because for now it's more job eccentric, right?
Yes.
So Cape Town and Durban are just like the other comedy spots. But if you getting a guy that's doing so well in Durban, that you can even get recognition within like the circuit in Joburg as well. So that kind of grows the industry as well.
Was a representer. We'll be back with more of the conversation after this. I've been chatting with the gents, Milani, who's a chef, and Kwanda Radebe, who is nominated comedians, as you'd imagine. KZN's finest, Sishavanjan. The number that people want to vote for you is what?
Yeah, so uma ufuna ukungivotela, you will have to SMS a unique code. Unique code for Kwanda Radebe is 24635, and you are SMSing the unique code 245757. So the unique code is 24635, and you're SMSing it 245757. Let's do it and bring it back to KZN where it belongs.
Cool. You'll get to repeat that as the show progresses, because I don't know if you know, but you're staying with me.
You're stuck with us today.
It's okay. I'm enjoying this conversation. So back to the love thing, right? Dr. Zoe has a point of view. Uti, morning, guys. I have my own interpretation of love. People tolerate each other. They stay in relationships because of the benefits, and that in that particular relationship, the minute males realize that as a woman, you can provide for yourself and more, then there are problems.
That's a very insecure man.
Yeah, no, but I almost made a statement that could get me into a lot of trouble. But let's just say people are insecure. I'm going to generalize it rather. People are insecure in life, and that does tend to happen. I've seen that happen in live. People leave because they no longer basically wear the pants.
But I have a very weird understanding of that, because I grew up with two parents who are very smart, or very, sort of forward thinking, and both of them without each other would be great people. Like they could still have their own unique businesses, they could still be far in life, but together they just choose to do it together. So my dad's not insecure about my mom's success, and my mom doesn't feel that, because your dad is a man, I must sort of dim my lights for him. So that's sort of like
that's the ideal.
That's the ideal, that you find someone who will push you as much as you'll push them. Most of the time, we often say this, like most of the time men want women they can control, and the easiest way to control most women these days is through money.
Yeah. That's what somebody's saying here. Uthi mina nje ngithi alisekho uthando, imali nje kuphela. Mayiphela ukuphela namantombazane. Yona into abayifunayo. That's a sad statement for us ladies. Do you agree? Let me know. 072-998-0141. The thing is, I always talk about relationships when people always had this. They used to say, so and so completes me. My other half completes me. True. And I've always said I have such a big problem with that, because when I should be whole, when I'm Milani, when I'm Kwanda, completer. I mean, for who, for what? And I think that's where some of the problems come in. If you need somebody for money, for status, for all sorts of things, and not for the person that they are, then that's where we start running into problems and cheating and stuff. So taking some of the WhatsApp voice notes that have come through, let's go here.